Beat 1 of the next series, you shift your weight left. On 2, you bend your bows a little. And on 3, you turn your breastbone a bit towards the left. Followed by 4, press up, turn to the right, hold a Tai Chi ball. 1 of the next series, you sink down on your left leg till the knee releases on your right leg. And 2, you shift more than half but not all of your weight. And on 3, you turn your torso more square to this new wall. So that on 4, when you shift all your weight to your right leg, your left heel comes up a bit. This is followed by a very smoothly programmed 1, 2, and 3 beat. 1, your heel steps down. 2, you sink until your knee bends on your new leg. 3, you shift your weight to 50-50. On 4, you twist your hips to 60-40. And on 5, as you press up from your new leg, your left leg, the left hand comes up, the right hand goes down, and the right foot pivots on its heel. 1 of the next count is sink down 2/3 of the way. Everything stays very square. And then on the last third, 2, turn to the left, front left corner and catch the Tai Chi ball. Followed by 3, press up and pivot to the right on the ball of your right foot. Another 1, 2, 3 count. 1, step out somewhat to the right with your right heel. 2, sink until your knee bends. 3, shift your weight to 50-50. 4, twist your hips to the right to make it 60-40. And 5, press up from your right leg. Your left foot pivots as your right hand comes up to hide your left hand at the height of the notch in your throat. On 6, sink down on your right leg. All your weight stays right. 1 of the next count, which is called rollback, you press up from your right leg and you turn to your right. The left hand comes palm up under the right wrist, which is facing the right corner. On 2, you sink back on your left leg, folding your right arm and tracing a line down to the tip of your right elbow with your left hand. On 3, you press up and turn towards the left about 2/3 of the way until something touching your arm, your right forearm, would just miss your torso. And then 4, you sink down and you make this chopping motion. Make sure this motion goes forward at first, down to the south pole here, and then you press up and turn back square as your hands come up and are in front of your throat notch. Then 1 of the next series, you start bending your bows on your left leg as your wrists press together. 2, you keep bending your bows and shift into your right leg. And then 3, you open first your knees, then your spine, and then your elbows. On 1 of the next series, split and push, you sink back and your hands turn over and split. Your wrists are bent at this point. On 2, you start bending your bows and go back to your right foot. Your wrists are straightened. So that on 3, you open your knees, spine, and elbows and press up. And your wrists bend as you push at the height of your solar plexus. And now for the single whip. 1, we sink back on the left leg and the wrists press down to the height of the elbows. On 2, we press up, pivot the right foot on its heel till it turns 90 degrees towards the front. On 3, press up from the left leg, shift your weight to the right leg, look towards the left as you catch the Tai Chi ball. It's in line with your hip and your left armpit. Then 5, you sink down, 4, you sink down and pivot to the right as you pull down with the beak. And then 5, you press up and the wrist goes out towards the corner. Before it reaches its destination, click, your nose turns back in line with your belly button. So that when you press up, 1, you turn left and step down with the heel of your foot. 2, sink until your knee bends. And 3, shift your weight to 50-50. And here, 4, we twist our waist towards the front left to make it 60-40. And 5, press up and block to the edge of your body. 6 is sink down and turn your hand over and press down to the height of your shoulder.